Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another Nick Talks. Back with some Wednesday wisdom here, and continuing on our trend from last week on the topic of relationships. Now, last week I talked about becoming a desirable man and building on attractiveness to not only attract a partner, but also continue to build your attraction to your partner and their attraction to you in the relationship after you've already gotten into one, right? Now, to kind of expand on that topic, I want to talk about building attractiveness to get access to the partner that you're looking for. Now, what do I mean by this? I mean, most likely you have in your mind the image or the idea of the ideal partner for you. But very often we want the partner that is perfect without becoming the person that will attract that partner. So what my experience has been is that at the frequency of which I'm operating, whether it is low or high, I attract females that vibrate on that frequency. So if I'm somewhat self-destructive and partying a lot and have loose morals, I will attract women that are of the same caliber, right? Whereas if I raise my standards for myself and for others, and I build on what I've been given, and I use my deck of cards that I've been handed at birth, and play accordingly, and expand who I am and who I want to be, I will attract a higher and higher caliber of partner as I continue on that journey. And only by doing so will I be able to get the partner that I so desire. Because this perfect woman, man, whatever you're trying to attract, will not find you attractive unless you become the person that they are attracted to, unless you're operating at the level of which they are at, right? So you can't expect to do nothing and get everything in return. It's just not how things work. And I've seen this many times in my own life. The worse of a person I am in terms of, like I said, behaviors and morality and structure of my life, habits and whatnot, the lower quality of person is attracted to me. Or rather, I just don't have access to the higher quality. You know, I may have at, maybe slightly above and all below to gain access to, but someone who's operating at a high level is not going to be attracted to me. They're going to see what I'm doing as major red flags, and unless I can talk a really good game, I'm not going to be able to convince them that what I'm selling is worth buying at all. And so I think that, you know, like I said, we fall into this trap so often of wanting, you know, our cake and eating it too, having the cake and eat it too, where you just don't have to do anything and just expect the perfect woman or the perfect partner to find you attractive and just make it work, right? But that's not the nature of the game. It's not, you know, if you want to succeed at the game that you're playing, you have to understand that you have to get better at it. If you want to attract your ideal partner, first, you have to identify what that is in your mind, which is an understated part of the game, right? You have to have the conversation with yourself of what do I want? Who do I want to be with? And what do I want them to be? Like what do I need? What do I want to see? What kind of person would make me better and inspire me to be better? What kind of person do I want to have in my life? Identifying these things. Do I want them to be smarter than me? Do I want them to be funnier than me? Do I want them to be as funny as I am? Do I want them to, you know, be very attractive? Do I want them to be less attractive, right? It's okay to set standards for your life, right? And I think this is somewhat often shamed as being selective, but it's your life. You have to choose. If you'll settle for anything, you're gonna get nothing. You're not going to get what you want. You have to set the standards and then live up to those standards that you've set in order to receive what you believe you deserve, right? Because in the end, you don't really deserve it unless you've earned it. And so in order to get, you must become. Be before you get. Be before you get every single time. And this has been proven to me over and over and over again. And the most recent example is the most ironclad proof that I will ever need, right? I've had good partners and bad, I would say. I've had good friendships, and this works across the board. This is not just romantic relationships, but this is what I'm talking about in this context. You can apply this across the board, which actually would be great to expand on in another video. However, I was settling. At a certain point in my life, I was, unfit, I was reckless, I was dangerous, I was, had a plethora of poor habits, destructive habits. And because of this, I attracted a certain type of woman. And after dealing with this so often and being disappointed, like, man, I want more out of life. I'm not happy with the caliber of partner that I'm attracting. So how do I change this? What do I do? And so I took the time and I sat with myself and I just thought, what is the woman that I'm looking for? What is the woman that I'm not looking for? Identifying both the good and the bad, what I want and what I really don't want. And then saying, I will not be with anyone unless I believe that they check these boxes, unless I believe that they are of the tier that I want to have for the rest of my life. And so I identified these things, and then I decided, in order to get this, I must become better. I have to be more. And then I started becoming more. I started pursuing my education. I started, being better, seeking out how to make more money, seeking out how to be a better person and improve my morality and just be more kind and more patient and just all of the things that I want in a partner. I had to become myself. I had to be before I got, right? And shortly following, boop, exact definition of what I was looking for. It landed in my lap, and it has worked out amazing so far. It has worked out awesome. But I could only achieve that. I could only get with this person after I became desirable, as I said in the last video, but after I became the type of person that deserves this individual, that attracts this kind of person, that they can see in my eyes and in my actions and hear in my words that I am who I say I am, and I am someone that is worth being with, as valuable as they are. And it worked great. And until I did that, I could not advance. I could not gain access, at least long term. Short term is a different story. If you're just looking to fuck, it's not really the same thing. But if you're looking for a partner, if you want to build something rather than just get that novel experience every weekend, you have to become more, and then after you become enough to attract this person, you then have to keep moving, right? Because if you're attracting a higher caliber, they're going to keep moving as well. And if you don't want to get left behind and then left, you have to become more. So, I think that I see often a failure on both ends of this, a failure where men want more out of their relationships. They want a better relationship. They want a better partner, but they don't want to do the work that is required to actually gain access to that tier of society. And then if by some miracle they land a freaking 10, either in personality or in looks, they don't improve on their character to continue that relationship, to build upon that attraction and keep that theirs. Because we live in a meritocracy. It is what it is. Hierarchical dating, or whatever it's called, where we, as individuals, both men and women, are going to look for the best option available, barring some psychological issues, mostly imparted in childhood. But if you are good enough in the beginning, and then you continue to fail and fail and fail and prove that you are not moving forward, then they're not going to continue to have the same attraction they did in the beginning. Again, this is just expanding on my last video a little bit, that not only do you have to be better, but be better in the specific ways that you desire your partner to be attracted to. If I want someone who is smarter than me, or as smart as I am, or as smart as I believe that I am, then I need to be smarter. I need to improve my cognition. I need to improve my understanding. I need to improve my base of knowledge, right? And then I will be smart, and smart people will be attracted to me, right? If I want to, if I want to attract a partner who's good with money, then I need to be better at money. I need to improve the habits on which I want to see in my partners. But anywho, that's what I got. That's what I got for today. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to hear what you think, and if you have any experience either way. And if you disagree, I'd love to hear from you either way. So let me know in the comments below what you think, what you don't think, what you like, what you didn't. If I'm talking shit or if I'm nailing it right on the head, let me know. I'd love to hear it. But that's all I got for today. Thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate each and every one of you. And with that, I will say, Nick out.